Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta. I'm a wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the most innovative health supplement company, awarded 4 years in a row, Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative natural scalar enhanced supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast was just awarded one of the top 10 supplement podcasts out there. Super exciting. We are here as a source of information, but also a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, regardless of where you are today. And this podcast is the springboard to learning. The free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue learning together. You ask your questions. I post tips and tools every day to keep you moving forward. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests, hot topic issues that are in the news every Friday to keep things fun. And then, of course, followed with the free group coaching on Telegram. And the details are on my website at sarabantahealth.com. Have you thought about detoxing, but you don't want to be put on a juice diet? You don't want to be starving or have headaches? Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox cleanse programs, from just the colon cleanse to get things moving, to the liver flush cleanse, and the big one, the accelerated diet cleanse that resets your hormones, your gut, your brain, and of course, your weight loss plateaus. Take the detox quiz at sarabantahealth.com to find out which one's right for you. But maybe you're not ready for a detox. You just want to start with 1, 2, 3 supplements and you don't know where to start. Complete the free supplement protocol form on my site, and I will personally put together a protocol just for you. Just by taking a few steps forward with your health, you will change your life. The difference is I'm here every step of the way. And today we're talking about summer allergies and what to do about them. You might be someone like me who's never had allergies ever in their life. And now all of a sudden I'm getting a little stuffy. I got my nose running. I get this cough, or I can't breathe quite as deeply. And I always laugh that God gave me kids and a husband with a whole bunch of health issues that I never had to suffer from, so that I'd learn everything to do about every different issue. And my daughter, my middle child, she had allergies, asthma, anemia growing up, 3 things that I never had to deal with. You put her on the soccer field and she'd just die. And it's like, oh my God, what do I do with this? And if she got sick, and most kids would be over it within 3 days, she'd have it for 4 weeks. So now, fast forward 20 years later, people who have never had allergies are having allergies. And summer is the time, right? We get these summer days, these longer days, more sunshine, and just it's all feel good. But then you have this stuffy feeling, or you don't feel like yourself because you're congested and you have histamine responses. So what is going on? Why are things so much worse? It's not just the pollen anymore. We have the same classic environmental triggers. Grass pollen, it peaks in the summer and in the spring and early summer. The ragweed tends to hit hardest in the late summer into the fall. Mold, of course. How many of you are suffering from mold? Thrives in damp heat. And we've got the dust and the airborne irritants. We've got fires, air pollution. All of that makes things a lot worse. Insect bites trigger immune responses. But here's the problem, is that when your body has too much other stuff going on, it can't fight these triggers as well, right? The liver, the gut, the immune system are already maxed out. And I talk about this all the time. Toxins, disrupted hormones, chronic stress. Yes, those things are going to make that pollen affect you even worse. And the pollen and the mold haven't changed, but our bodies have changed. So what are the hidden drivers behind this heightened reactivity? The heavy metals. Most of us carry a toxic load we'd never had before. When I was tested for heavy metals, when I was in my late 20s, my lead, mercury, and aluminum were off the charts. But we've got the mercury from your fillings, the lead in the pipes, cadmium from industrial exposure, aluminum from the cookware and personal care products. These metals accumulate in the tissues and disrupt the very systems that regulate the immune balance, especially in the liver and the brain. And then what happens is your body becomes overwhelmed and hyperreactive to otherwise minor environmental triggers that normally you would have no problem with. Then you've got the pollution, smog, ozone, wildfire smoke. I live in Southern California. When the fires in LA were happening, we're an hour away, but everyone in my town was like, I'm so congested, I can't breathe, because we were getting the pollution from the smoke and all of the toxins released from all of the homes being burnt down. So it definitely affected us. Then you've got the endocrine disruptors, the plastics, pesticides, personal care products, household cleaners. They're packed with chemicals that disrupt your hormones. They can mimic or block estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormones, creating this imbalance of your body, regulating everything. So not only is your metabolism going to shut down and you're going to start gaining weight out of nowhere, but you're going to have inflammation responses, overreaction responses from these little pollen triggers or allergies that normally your body would be fine with. The processed foods, they are full of irritants, seed oils, synthetic additives with no calories, preservatives, hidden sugars. All of these things cause leaky gut. Your gut is a big part of your histamine response and your immune system. It's connected to your brain, your liver, all the things. And when your microbiome is out of balance, your digestion is impaired, the immune system becomes confused. That confusion shows up as exaggerated allergy responses. Parasites. Well, I know this one well. I had a horrible parasite infection over this last fall, and my body is healthy, my immune system's healthy, but what the problem was is my liver got overloaded from a trigger from a synthetic vitamin I was taking away from accelerated health products, and parasites started to take over my good guys. And so then what happened is any irritant would make the infection worse. So there were parasites, candida, fungus, viruses all playing together, and they were all taking over my immune system because my immune system was dealing with all of these other things that 20 years ago it didn't have to deal with. So many of you are coming to me saying, I've got this skin breakout out of nowhere. Spike protein has is a big player in all of this. Parasites hijack the immune system, suppress normal detox function, keeping you in the state of chronic inflammation and confusion. And those parasites control your brain. They make you feel crazy. They increase the anxiety. You feel bloated. You feel just totally not yourself. So if you have any of those symptoms, you might be wanting to look into a parasite cleanse. And the candida overgrowth, the same thing. This is a type of yeast that lives in all of us, and we're supposed to have some candida, some viruses, some parasites, but they're all supposed to live in harmony. But when you have a diet that's high in sugar, or you've taken antibiotics, or your stress level is really high, the candida takes over. It overproduces toxins like acetaldehyde, which burdens your liver. That's literally what alcohol burdens your liver with and irritates your immune system. And so then if you're constantly congested or tired or reactive to food and scents, that candida can be part of the picture. Now let's get into the healthy foods that could be making things worse. Those oxalates, they're found in foods like spinach, almonds, beets, sweet potatoes. They can contribute to inflammation if your detox pathways are sluggish. I don't eat oxalates normally. I was on a trip last week, and there was this beautiful beet salad that was served with my fish, and I ate every single bite of it going, oh, I'll be fine. I feel great. Oh my goodness. The next day I was so bloated. is so inflamed and you're eating a healthy food, these oxalates bind to your minerals and they form these sharp crystals that look like toothpicks, and they irritate the tissues. They get lodged in your brain, causing brain fog. In your thyroid, they slow down your thyroid, causing hypothyroidism. They get lodged into your joints, causing arthritic pain, inflammation. They cause kidney stones, right? And gout and all of those things too. So if you're already dealing with gut issues or candida, oxalates are harder to eliminate and they can make your allergy symptoms even worse. And the spike protein has made the production of oxalates in your own body even worse. So we want to possibly eliminate those if you're suffering from some of the things that we're talking about and allergies. Then you've got the sulfur vegetables, the cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, onions, garlic, the supplements, glutathione, NAC, all of them are sulfur based and they're supposed to be healthy. Even the ingredients in that DIM supplement that you're taking to combat estrogen dominance, DIM is concentrated cruciferous vegetables. So you might actually not be able to process it. And the problem is that glyphosate has hijacked our sulfur detox pathways. So what a food that you may have been fine eating 20 years ago, you are reacting to. And this is backing up the liver, and the liver has so much other stuff it's dealing with. And then you throw in an allergy to pollen or ragweed, and your body says, I can't deal with this anymore. So why are we reactive more than ever? The chemicals, the hormone disruptors, the EMFs, our phones, our computers, our 5G towers, that level of stress. Everybody I talk to, you're all under chronic stress. Stress is supposed to be short term. It's supposed to be run away from the tiger and then rest and eat. You're not supposed to have chronic stress. And it's easier said than done, but you want to manage that stress. And then medications. So what do you do when you have your allergies? You reach for those antihistamines. Those can suppress your cognitive function, reduce your digestive capacity. All of these medications cause leaky gut. They blunt your immune system. It's intelligence, the decongestants, they may elevate blood pressure, create this rebound of congestion if you use it too long. Steroids are just not good. They affect your adrenals and your ability to deal with other stressors. They can cause weight gain, suppress the immune response and hormonal balance. So you want to stay away from these things and only use them in emergency. But what can you do? So that's the good news. There's things you can do. Eliminate the unnecessary exposures, right? As much as you can. You're not going to get away from them totally. Switch to the non-toxic household and body care products. That can be overwhelming. Just take one step at a time. Filter your water and reduce the microplastics and the plastics in your household. Make sure you're filtering fluoride unless you live in Utah or Florida. They've decided to get fluoride out of the water. Eat clean, whole food if you can. The organic food, they're sprayed a little bit as well, but at least you're minimizing that. You want to focus on the wild animal protein. That's the cleanest food, and cook with low oxalate, low sulfur vegetables and healthy fats. We'll go through that in a minute. But you can use the accelerated food guide. I have it all listed out, the foods that are great and not great and absolutely stay away from. And it gives you a ton of different options when you say, well, what am I going to eat? If I can't eat these things, what am I going to eat? You want to support your liver and your gut, and then also move, use lymphatic drainage, get on a rebounder, go for walks, use sauna. All of those things are helpful. So your body is not broken. It can reverse all of this. My daughter, who I could not get her to run around the block or even ride her bike because she had these allergies and asthma and anemia, she's a rower at the college level. So we overcame it. And that's what I'm here to share with you is you want to focus, number one, on the foods. So Get rid of the gluten. Even if you don't have a gluten allergy, this protein can make allergy symptoms a lot worse. It damages the gut lining, contributes to leaky gut, allows the food particles to get into the bloodstream, and that will trigger inflammation, ramps up the histamine response, and it tells your body, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is. We've got to have an over-exaggerated inflammation response. Number 2, get rid of the dairy. So dairy is one of the top allergies. Dairy can be a superfood, and maybe you're okay with it during some parts of the year or when your immune system's strong. But if you're having allergies, you might want to step away from dairy and see if it gets any better. It tends to thicken mucus and slow down that lymphatic flow. It's also high in natural histamines and can block that enzyme DAO, which helps break down histamine in the gut. So just taking a break, see if you have any improvement might be a good idea. And get rid of the oxalates, the spinach and almonds for sure. Those are the highest. Beets are high there too, obviously, as I found out. Sweet potatoes are as well, but they're high in oxalates. Berries, chocolate, most nuts. Those are things you want to just watch. See how you're responding with them and without them. And the sulfur-rich foods, so the garlic, onions, egg yolks, cruciferous vegetables, which include the broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, those, and the medications that have sulfa in them are sulfur-based. Look at the medications you're taking. Look at your supplements, MSM, glutathione, NAC. These are sulfur-based supplements. We need our body to produce them naturally. So when you are eating the proper foods and having the wild animal protein, your body will get the proper amount of sulfur in it with the ability to break it up and digest it and assimilate it. So what do you want to focus on? That wild animal protein, lamb, bison, venison, a wild caught fish. I'm about to make myself some ground venison, the ancestral blend. I cook it like it's beef. It's really easy. You can make meatballs with it. You can make tacos with it. You can just stir it in a pan. It takes about 3 minutes and it's a delicious lunch. They give your body the zinc, B vitamins, iron, amino acids to help repair your tissues, regulate the immune response, also help with your cravings. When you overeat protein, the cravings for sugar are going to go away. You want to stay away from the poultry. So most people unknowingly are reacting to these amyloid proteins in conventional chicken, beef, and pork. Chicken is in the news, and I've done hot topics on it. It is causing an increase in cancer. It's causing increase in cancer in young people, but it also has the inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids that do damage to your body. The amyloids increase the gut pathogens, which is going to cause gut issues, which is then going to lead to high histamine and allergy issues. So cut the chicken, cut the conventional beef and pork. Organic turkey is not quite as bad if you've got to do it, but if you could just switch to the wild animal protein, you'll feel like $1,000,000. Stick with the whole real foods. Get rid of the processed foods, even if they are the cleanest protein-packed protein bar. I've had my own story with this in the last couple weeks. I started introducing a very clean bar and thought it was going to be a great thing. It tasted so good. I haven't had bars in a long time. And day 1, fine. Day 2, day 3, super bloated, retaining a ton of water. And I took them out. All of that went away. Yesterday, I thought, oh, well, I haven't had it in over a week and a half. I'll be fine if I just have one. Same response. So you don't know what they're putting in these foods that are processed. Stick with whole foods the way God and nature intended, because these foods might have hidden things in them that cause inflammation and allergies and worsen. And that also speaking to not just food, but supplements. Supplements could backfire because they have more mold and bacteria in them because they're not going through stringent guidelines to make sure that all of the bad stuff is out. And you might have a reaction to a supplement that's not the vitamin that's the problem, but it's actually what they're not telling you is in there, or the fillers that are in there. That's why at Accelerated Health Products, we have 0 fillers in any of our supplements, and everything is third-party tested, and we are very stringent on our bacteria and mold. I've got a husband that has horrible allergies, so if I try to give him a supplement that has mold or bacteria in it, are you kidding me? I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, so what are the supplements that you can use? Well, unfortunately, number one, the best one for you, the one that turned my daughter into an elite athlete who can row for crew at 6 hours a day, which no one should be doing, from the girl that would not get on a bicycle to ride around the block with her family at 4 years old because of her allergies and asthma. And that number one supplement, I cannot name on this channel. But DM me, comment below, and I will send you the link. But that one supplement is incredibly bioavailable. It is naturally an antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic. It tastes like water. It's great for elderly and babies and young people, old people, all that stuff. You can nebulize it. You can shoot it up your nose. You can gargle with it for a sore throat. You can put it in your ear for ear infections. All the things. What's so great is that you can nebulize it, because a lot of the congestion and allergies that cause lung issues, it goes straight in there and clears out the pathogens. So that is number one. And number two is that same supplement in a more concentrated form, but in a nasal spray to clear out your nose and helps with the nasal passages and sinus infections. And all of the Accelerated Health product supplements are enhanced with scalar frequencies to do the job that it's meant to do. So it strengthens its ability to be more effective, and then of course with 0 side effects. Number 3 is Acceleradine iodine. Most people don't realize that iodine is one of the most important minerals for not just detoxification to get those toxins out that are actually burdening your immune system more so that you have more allergies, but it's also important for your thyroid and your metabolism. And if you don't have a strong metabolism or a well-functioning thyroid, yes, you're going to gain weight, and you've got that unexplained weight gain and unexplained constipation and edema and inflammation, but also your immune system suffers. When your thyroid's low, your immune system's low. Your thyroid controls everything. So it's helping remove, the iodine is helping remove the halogens like the fluoride and bromide that block thyroid function and worsen the allergy symptoms. But even better is that it actually is antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, all the things. You can nebulize it. It also regulates the histamine response. It balances your hormones. It supports the liver health. Your liver is huge when it comes to your thyroid health and also your detoxification and your allergy response. You need to focus on that liver as well. So thyroid and liver are very important for your allergy response. Acceleradine iodine is the only iodine that is monoatomic, meaning one molecule of iodine, that has close to 99% absorption throughout the whole body. But what's different is that it's paired with non-GMO organic 200 proof alcohol, which allows for the iodine to get the highest level of bioavailability to the cells. So say you're taking a really good iodine, a monoatomic iodine, but you're pairing it with 100 proof alcohol, or alcohol that is not GMO free. It has ingredients that are going to inhibit the absorption into the cells. And it also might be introducing more toxins to your body that your body's trying to fight, right? So most iodine supplements only achieve about 10 to 20% absorption, and they may contain low grade alcohol or glycerin or other ingredients with the contaminants or fillers that may make your allergies worse. So that's where Acceleradine iodine comes in. So those are my top 3 supplements. Now, number 4 is one of the most powerful antioxidants, and that's Accelerated C60. It is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C, and high dosing vitamin C is high oxalate. So you got to be careful with that. The accelerated C60 neutralizes free radicals created by inflammation, supports mitochondrial energy, and helps regulate your immune response to allergens. You're also going to sleep better. That's the number one response from people, is like, oh, wow, my sleep score is a lot better. Well, accelerated C60 is ESS60, which is different than any other C60 on the market. Many of the C60 formulas, even the most popular, are contaminated and may not even contain C60. They don't have the studies that we have on the accelerated C60. So it contains the original formula that has been deemed safe for human consumption and has gone through third-party trials. It is the only one that I recommend, and you get what you pay for, guys. There's a lot of stuff out there that's junk on Amazon that's cheap that doesn't even have C60 in it. Okay, bonus. So if you're in an acute place and you've done 1, 2, 3, and 4, histoharmony. This will help with your histamine response, and also you can use it as a digestive enzyme to help with the histamine foods. What are the high histamine foods that you might be eating that are healthy? Bone broth, avocado, bananas. People eat those thinking they're doing really well, and they're all whole foods. So histoharmony is something that I take with my meals, and you can also take it if you're seasick or car sick, because that is histamine related. The second bonus is the nasal caps. This is something that has helped my husband in the past before we got his allergies under control. It supports sinus drainage, eases that pressure, opens up the airways, especially helpful for people dealing with chronic post-nasal drip or tightness in the chest. So to recap, allergies are a signal that something deeper is going on. So just by taking a medication, you're not only covering up the root cause, but you're actually making it worse. The body is overwhelmed by the food, toxin, stress, and a compromised ability to clear out what doesn't belong. So you want to use the supplements that increase your immune system's capability and takes care of the actual allergy at the same time. So it's short-term helping, and it's improving your overall health long-term to help you be able to fight what's coming down the road, right? So that next summer is even easier and better, and you have more power than you think. If you knew what my daughter was like at 4 years old, I always laugh and say I loved her, but I did not like her because she was so difficult for a mom to deal with. She would be a noodle on the floor and wouldn't get dressed because she had no energy and she didn't feel good and she was stuffed up and she couldn't breathe. And now that girl is rowing. Have you ever been on a rowing machine? It's the hardest workout out there. And she's doing great because of it. And allergies are not a problem. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost, no worries. I'm here to help. Start by getting your free supplement protocol. Head to sarabantout.com, complete the forms, and I will personally put together a protocol for you. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products and join the free group coaching. There's no downside. Ask me what those number 1 and 2 supplements were, because they should be your number 1 and number 2 for allergies. DM me or leave a comment below. And you can find this podcast looking up Accelerated Health with Sara Banta on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and over 100 different platforms. Share this with your friends, the ones that are always stuffed up, the ones that just don't feel good during the summer months. They need to hear this. And you can use coupon code podcast10 to get 10% off site-wide. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.